shit to Cameron. I want the computers I know about internal sources or whatever, energy, that sometimes cause cancer. She basically accuses Cameron machine parts or her inner core giving Sarah cancer. Which that's foul shit to say. Even though she's a machine, she has no feeling. But just I felt that like, oh, that's cutting deep now, really. You know. So all that stuff happens. You have this FBI guy that's trying to get Sarah to roll over, to tell him where her son is. That she keeps saying her son is dead or whatever, because of the explosion and stuff. And pretty much, you have a thing there where Captain Reaver wants to meet John Connor and stuff like that, and then Ellison comes to see them at the motel room and says he wants to meet. He goes, how far? Oh, but why? She wants to thank you. She already have. That's it. And then Captain Weaver says a message to Ellison that he says in front of Cameron. She told me to give you a message. What? Would you join us? And you see a look on her eyes like a ghost. So you basically know that same T-1001 was Captain Weaver. That was on that boat. That was on the submarine pretty much. Regarding that mission, which leaves a gap there. Which is never explained, but I find out more about it. Not through this episode, but through another source. Watch. All that stuff happens. And pretty much you have a good scene there where Cameron is watching John sleep. She's sitting on the bed. I know people are laughing and they know, people who see this episode, they know what's coming up. And she tells him sooner or later she might kill him. Not now, but sooner or later, because deep down in my program, it might happen. I can fix you. And he says to her something about, they kill me now. I can't do it now. There's something about that in her internal program, it might happen, because that's what she was designed for. It might have TV programs her, or whatever. And she does something, she goes, she takes off her shirt. God, why couldn't this be on Netflix channel? And takes off her bra, lays flat on the bed. We don't see nothing because it's TV. He gets on top. I know a lot of people who make tributes, they always use that as almost looking like a lovemaking scene. It could look like they were kissing, but there's no kissing in there. And she takes a knife. She wants him to cut, I guess, below the breastplate so he can put his hand inside. I know it sounds whatever. Hand inside to feel to see if her core is leaking. Because if the core leaks, that means that's cancer, pretty much happening. Why can't we 9 o'clock only? It's cancer. I mean, that they could leak radiation, and that means cancer and stuff. So she don't feel nothing leaking. Yeah, he don't feel nothing leaking and stuff. And then he just looks at her dead in her eyes, like, you know what he wants to do. And she goes, John, it's time to go. What a way to start the morning. You see titties, you got to do surgery, and now you got to go get leave. And you probably have your hand full of blue goo or something. Everything like that. Not in the right way. So, basically comes up with a plan to break her out of jail so they can go see Captain Weaver. And you get this kind of disappointing moment from Cameron. When she comes in with a shotgun, Sarah's shotgun. There's law enforcement officers shooting at her. Now all of a sudden she don't shoot no humans now. She had no trouble shooting other people, but not police because they're law enforcement, I guess. So she fires a shotgun up, left, right. And then her core is exposed, her face. Which I don't know if it's over here. The last episode, is it? No. But I believe it's here, but they make a continuity fuck up though. Because her light, she's a female Terminator, is supposed to be blue. They made it red. So let me show you what I'm talking about so you guys understand. This is a fan-made one that somebody did. But I'm going to show you what I mean. See that? That's the way it's supposed to look. See? Her light's supposed to be blue. See? Somebody made this. This wasn't an official poster. Badass. That's the way it's supposed to be. I know some people do edits with the tributes and stuff, and they color it to make it look blue. It looks pretty badass. I wish somebody, when they do tributes, they could do that or whatever. Make the blue light or whatever. People say, oh, but it's like Kmart. Oh, come on. She's a female Terminator. She's unique. Make her unique. So they get her out of, they get Sarah out of there and stuff with John in the car. Go see Captain Weaver. Captain Weaver gives off the overall plan. They want to go stop Cameron because Cameron makes it to the basement. Cameron confronts John Henry to try to destroy him. Not really like she was going to destroy him, but she doesn't do anything. I know you. I know you too. She takes out a switchblade, has a sad look on her face, and then closes the door. Then John talks to Captain Weaver, and out of nowhere, but it's in a plot hole. Out of nowhere, you see an HK coming through the window, crashing through the window, and Captain Weaver says, "Get down." It turns into a giant shield. The giant shield tells him, "Run, go." Then she morphs back, and we gotta get to my son. With John Henry is my boy. Without my John, your John won't be. To save the future, you need my John's help too. Because she beats this guy's accent. Makes it down to the basement. Ellison is surprised. "You're a machine?" "Oh, no shit, Sherlock. Some FBI guy you are. You go dig up a Terminator. We gotta find out how they work. Why?" This character's not too bright, you know. It boggles my mind sometimes. But it's not his fault, it's the writing. Makes it down to the basement to where John Henry's at. All you find is Cameron sitting there. Her CPU is gone. And you see John Henry's gone. And on the teleprompter it says, "I'm sorry, John, I'm sorry, John, I'm sorry, I'm sorry." So I was like, where did she go? What happened? And then you find out the big mystery, what the 3 dots were. The Turk! Whippity-doo! Bravo, Josh Freeman, you faggot. That's what the whole thing was about, or the conspiracy. 3 dots, 3 dots. That's what it was, because of the Turk. Dumb fuck. So, you find out why I give him shit in a minute. Watch. So, Captain Weaver decides there's time display equipment right there. And starts on the time travel thing to go to the future 2027. To get John Henry back. And at the same time, I guess, find Cameron's CPU. Sarah doesn't want to time travel. So Sarah just says, "I can't go." "Ma, the chip. Ma." And then disappears. And Ellison, I guess, doesn't decide to go. He's just in shock and stuff. He decides to take care of Savannah, I guess, until Captain Weaver comes back. They make it to the future. John, of course, John kind of ends up didn't make it. Captain Weaver digitizes clothes for herself. She disappears. He's spotted by the tunnel rats, the resistance people, with Derek. And what had happened was, since he went to the future, John Connor wasn't there in the start of the resistance in this reality. So Derek is there, everybody's there, but John Connor wasn't there to help them rise from the ashes. So there's a future without John Connor. So basically, I mean, the war's still there. I mean, he's right. You could say he's right where he's supposed to be, and he's trained. So he just may have to start as a rookie and earn their trust and stuff like that. So there's no pressure. "Oh, you're John Connor, isn't that?" So you can say that. But it ends where he's face to face with Kyle Reese, his father, and he sees Allison Young, Summer Glau's character. He sees the look on his face. Part of it's glad, like a happy to see her look, and part of it's like realizing that's not Cameron. And then it ends. We see a lightning flash and you hear Sarah Connor's voice. And that's it. And then I go out and get a knife and slice up Josh Freeman. Now, a week before that episode aired, I saw a leaked screenplay that one of the people on the forums found and was posting. Now, some people could say it can be a bullshit thing, but I don't know, it looked like a script. And it was on that episode. It was leaked out a week before the finale. Now, the script on that finale there that I read was miles better, and it would have ended the show on a better note. I remember it very carefully. Watching the episode again made me remember that script. First off, you had more dialogue between Cameron and John in the motel room regarding how she went from there to see John in the past. That in the script, actually, future John had ordered her termination. because she authorized that mission. She greenlit that mission, used John's name, Fisher John's name for it. For the the Jimmy Carter mission, you know, that submarine mission that Jesse was on, and all those people got killed or whatever. So John didn't like that or whatever. Or regarding how one of the soldiers took a shot at future John, horribly wounding him and stuff because he kept on defending Cameron a lot. So she went back to the past to try to save him and protect him or whatever. So that was that plot point they threw in there. That's all in the motel room. Right after Ellison tells her that message about Captain Weir, would you join us? The Kleba Corporation, those humans that are helping the machines start Judgment Day, they come into play in this finale, in that script. Cameron had a badass moment with them, in the vein of Arnold in T1. You remember how Arnold fucked up the police station? Same thing. Cameron goes into a warehouse. They see her there. She takes out a gun, starts shooting 2 guns. With some T-888s, gets into a fight with two T-888s. 2 male Terminators, basically, you could say. In the vein of Optimus Prime and Revenge of the Fallen. From what I read, it was an epic battle. And that's where you see her metal exposed. Yes, you have the jailbreak that happens in the finale, but the jailbreak in the finale was with the help of Captain Weaver and stuff. And Cameron wasn't involved in that scene. She was shot up a bit, but her face wasn't exposed. Her armor face, when the thing was blue, when they specified in the script. And basically you find out John is involved in the firefight as well with Kleba, because of what happened to Charlie and stuff. And with Sarah, you know, they're fighting the way they're trying to get to the John Henry, which I think is in the John Henry area where the Zero Corp is at. That's where Kleba attacks. That's when the HK comes in through the window. Because you realize they're helping, you know, build these machines to get them ready for Judgment Day and shit. And we find out who's the one pulling the strings or controlling Kleba. It is Danny Dyson. That's right, the son of Miles Dyson. Well, why would he help them with the machines? Because he wanted revenge. Because he believed Sarah Connor and John Connor were the reason his father was killed. Remember, Miles Dyson wasn't killed by a machine. He was killed by humans. And he felt that Sarah Connor ruined his father's dream. So he teamed up with Kleba. Because in the finale episode, somebody references that Danny Dyson's missing. So it was still there. That's from the original script. So it involved a firefight and a last sad moment for Cameron. Because in one of the episodes, Cameron gave John this old watch. Like an old type watch, like the one you see in